Ugh.
To make it even worse, now it's the Alpha Squad.
Oof, man.
I bet they all
They're all alphas. They're all leaders of the pack.
I bet they're all leaders of the pack. That's not how a pack works.
No, but they all have to be leaders. Remember, as long as they all have value, then they can all be the leaders of the pack.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the AITA Files. I'm Nick, and this is my lovely wife and co-host, Miranda.
Hello.
We're doing 4 back-to-back AITA stories with our normal shenanigans, but we're tossing it back and forth. So I'll start us off with story number 1. Miranda will lead story number 2. I'll take story number 3. Miranda will wrap up with story number 4, and then we'll end with our votes for the Asshole of the Week award. Now, for those that aren't familiar, at the end of each AITA Files episode, we're going to put in our vote for what we're calling the Asshole of the Week award. Mm-hmm. So out of these 4 stories, we're going to put in our vote for which one we think is deserving of the weekly Asshole of the Week award. But it's not up to us. We just get votes. It's up to all of our ranters out there to let us know what the final verdict is. So at the end of the episode, feel free to cast your vote on whatever platform you're listening to this on. And we'll see who the Asshole of the Week award goes to. Now, we're still trying to figure this out. Originally, we were going to announce the winner on the following week's episode, but with how we record these, that's not really going to work.
Yeah.
So we're going to try something new. And I think we announced it in the last video as well.
I think so.
But we're kind of recording these back to back. This video is being released on Friday, May 29th. So the winner will be announced in the comments of this video when next week's episode is released on June 5th, so that everyone has 1 week to get their votes in. So if you're interested in who the winner is, check this video's comments on June 5th for the results. And then if somebody has a better way of announcing it, we can try to go that way. But I think this is the best way, because if we don't do it this way, then we'll have to make a short to do the announcement. You know what I mean? But that's just more stuff we have to make.
Yeah, I was gonna
and we
say,
already film constantly.
Shorts.
Exactly. So we'll see where it goes, but hopefully that works out.
Yeah.
Now, without further ado, let's dive right into this week's Am I the Asshole Files.
Mm-hmm.
So this story is titled, Am I the Asshole for Refusing to Give My Brother the Down Payment Money Our Grandma Left Me? Grandma died. Now, this one's a little, I'm probably going to say the title again, but I just want to make it clear for you, right, and the listeners, is that this person speaks in very blunt statements. It doesn't flow like the other ones, but I didn't want to change the kind of their own flow, you know what I mean? So just how I read it, it's going to be a little blocky, but
okay.
So even the title is a little, but anyways, am I the asshole for refusing to give my brother the down payment money our grandma left me? Grandma died 14 months ago. She left me $38K and my brother $4K. Will was clear. Lawyer confirmed it. Context. She raised me from 7 to 12 while my mom was sick. My brother is 4 years older and was already out of the house. He and grandma were fine, but not close. I had Sunday dinners with her every week until she died. Last month, my brother and his pregnant wife found a house. They're $22K short. He called and asked me to share the inheritance the way grandma would have wanted. I said no. He lost it. Said I was selfish. Grandma was confused near the end. Any normal sibling would split it, and their kid is going to be born in a 1-bedroom while I sit on money doing nothing. I told him I love him, but the answer is no, and hung up. He hasn't spoken to me in 3 weeks. My mom called yesterday crying, asking if I'd give him $10K as a compromise. Said grandma would be heartbroken. I have money saved up from putting the inheritance in a high-yield account and haven't touched any of it. I was playing on my phone last night, staring at the ceiling, trying to decide if I'm being cruel. My brother got the car at 16, got college help I didn't get, got the wedding our parents paid for. Grandma saw all of it and made the split she made. I think she knew what she was doing. My whole family thinks I'm turning a gift into a weapon. So again, am I the asshole for refusing to give my brother the down payment money our grandma left me?
Nah, I don't think so. I think it's kind of funny how everybody's like, this is what grandma would have wanted. I feel like if grandma wanted that, she probably would have put it in her will.
That's true.
So maybe grandma didn't want that.
I mean, that's kind of how wills work.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I also think it's interesting how you're saying how your parents got him a car helped him with college, paid for his wedding. Where are they now?
I don't know.
I mean, yeah, that's what
yeah.
that's what I would say is like, they've been helping you. They've been doing this shit while I've not gotten any help. So
I think that's a good point, though, because it seems like he's just used to getting what he wants, or he's used to getting help. Right?
yeah.
So the car, it sounds like his first car, right? Car at 16. And then you got the college help, got the wedding that the parents paid for, and now
You're
he
probably
wants.
going to get baby help too.
And-
So you'll be fine.
Yeah.
You'll be all right.
He only got $4K from grandma, and then OP got 30. I think I said 32, 38. Yeah, 38. Yep, the brother only got 4. But like he's gotten all this other help. So it seems like not only did OP spend more time with grandma towards the end, but also just didn't get the assistance that the brother did.
Yeah.
Like you said.
I mean, at the end of the day, it was grandma's decision. I mean, if anybody here is respecting grandma's decision, it's you, OP, because she gave you that money, not your brother. I'm just saying. I mean, I don't know.
And he wants, the brother wants more than half.
Why are you trying to buy a house if you can't afford the down payment?
That's a very good question.
That's your own problem.
But so OP got what, 38K? Yeah, 38K. And his brother already got 4, wants 22 more.
No.
Like now you have more than me. That's
Still
not
just
at all
no.
what the inheritance said. So
no, absolutely not. I mean, yeah, you made your bed.
Do you think he should give him any?
Live.
2 questions.
No.
That's my first one. Do you think he should get any help at all? Okay.
No, I wouldn't. Especially in this scenario, like grandma made her decision. You got what you got. I got what I got.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know what you want me to do about it. It wasn't my decision.
I mean, the lawyer even blessed off on it, so
yeah,
no, it's legit.
Legally speaking, I'm just doing what grandma wanted.
And how are you gonna put words in a dead person's mouth?
Oh, people do shit like that all the time.
That's pretty fucked up.
They love to be like, grandma would have said this or that.
Yeah.
You didn't even spend time with grandma. Shut up.
Exactly. Grandma was confused near the end. How would you know? You weren't there.
Yeah.
I was.
And even if she was, she obviously was in her right mind enough to recognize the fact that we've been treated unfairly, and now's my chance.
And I thought this isn't the mom talking. I think this is the brother talking. I found this interesting. I didn't realize it till just now when I was reading through it. But first he asked for 22 for the down payment on the house. Then he asked to split it.
No.
So he called and asked me to share the inheritance the way grandma would have wanted, even though that's not what she put in the will. I said no. He lost it. Said I was selfish. Grandma was confused near the end. Any normal sibling would split it. So now you're asking me to split the thing.
No.
And then you have mommy call.
Yeah.
And ask for 10. Like it keeps going. Like you just want a piece of this.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
So no, absolutely. Yeah. Hold your ground.
Exactly.
Definitely don't give in at all. Not even a little bit.
I definitely wouldn't either.
I mean, no, I don't know what your brother's thinking trying to buy this house when he doesn't even have the money to pay for it.
I would say that is
your own problem.
If OP did go through with giving any sort of money, I think that it would be very enabling behavior. What?
No, I'm going on with what you're saying.
So it would be very enabling behavior if they did. If OP did. So I think it's very important for them to stand their ground because it's just going to continue. Yeah. They already got the car. They got help with the wedding or the wedding fully paid for. They got all this, right? So like it's just going to keep. You'll be fine. Just keep wanting more.
Yeah,
and more
exactly.
And more.
They'll be okay. It's all right. You'll figure it out. You and your baby and your baby mama.
There was another one.
Oh, no, it's his wife. I'm sorry.
His wife, yes. What did you think about the comment on the house?
What was the comment on the house
again? That was one thing that stood out to me that I thought was interesting. One of the quotes right after he said that OP's being selfish, the last quote,
the 1-bedroom house.
Yeah, their kid is going to be born in a 1-bedroom while I sit on money doing nothing.
Again, how is that my fault?
But also the baby doesn't need their own room.
Not yet.
Exactly.
You have some time.
So like
You have time to figure it out. You'll be all right.
Yeah.
If you can't afford the house that you want to buy, then rent a bigger place.
And save up for it.
I don't know. Yeah, figure it the fuck out.
Stop depending other people to pay for your shit.
Yeah.
Because that's what you've been doing your
Yeah.
entire life so far.
Yeah. That's literally all I would say. Anytime anybody brings it up, I'd be like, you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You got it. It's okay.
There was, I don't really, I don't know. I guess I don't point out the holes too much in the story, but like they don't come up too often.
Okay.
But one thing that I did notice, which obviously we can't really get any context, but the ages didn't make sense to me for this story. It seems legit. It seems like a legit story. It doesn't seem like it's
when
fake.
he said that his brother was already out of the house.
She raised me from 7 to 12 while my mom was sick. My brother is 4 years older and was already out of the house. So if OP was 7, that means what, 8, 9, 10, 11. That means the brother was 11.
Yeah.
Where were you at 11 years old?
Yeah, that was one
Guessing just living somewhere else.
That's kind of what I was
Don't
wondering
know.
too, was like maybe if they have different dads or something, or I don't.
But then 5 years later, the mom,
Yeah.
which was sick, and then the dad, which isn't really in the story, paid for the car. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing that was kind of a hole in the story that I didn't really
Yeah.
understand. But I mean, there could be a completely reasonable explanation that we just didn't.
definitely.
We weren't
yeah,
made
as
aware
far
of.
as that, I don't know. There's definitely times
Exactly.
when we're missing context or certain
100%,
things,
yeah.
so-
Especially so, like with this one, like as I was reading it, it was very blocky. It was just like, I don't
just
know.
the way that they wrote it out
Yes,
is kind of funny.
exactly.
But yeah, no, I mean, I still say you're not the asshole.
Okay.
I think you need to stick to your guns against your brother. And honestly,
And your
I
mom.
hope he keeps throwing a fit.
Yeah.
Let him.
Yeah. That was my verdict as well. Reddit's overall verdict was not the asshole. I got 3 of the top comments that stood up to me, at least.
Mhm.
The first one is, this happened to me. If you give in now, then it will be something else later. Stand strong, not the asshole. Next one was, not the asshole. Grandma knew what she was doing. They should respect her decision. Right?
Mhm.
And then this one is, not the asshole. Grandma put the distribution in her will, in all caps, the way she would have wanted. That's literally the point of a will.
Exactly.
You can share that money at your own free will. It's
Mhm.
yours now to do with as you like. But grandma's wishes were made clear in writing by grandma herself. So, like, you can't get more clear than that.
Yeah.
So I think you just stick to your guns, OP. And
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right, time for our second Am I the Asshole?
Okay. So the second story is titled, Am I the Asshole for Causing My Friend's Breakup with the Red Button / Blue Button Thought Experiment?
Okay.
Okay, so a while ago, some friends and I, all in early 20s, went out to dinner. I'd been seeing the red blue button thought experiment circulating on social media, so I brought it up and asked everyone what they thought. For those who aren't familiar, the basis of the thought experiment is that every person on Earth is given a choice where abstaining isn't possible. So they're given a choice between a red button and a blue button. If over 50% of the world presses the blue button, everyone lives. Otherwise, only those who press the red button survive. In my mind, my friends are very stereotypically good people. So I was pretty surprised when almost everyone said they'd definitely choose the red. I got into a somewhat heated debate with one friend, Kevin, about which choice was better. We're both fairly competitive, so we were getting kind of passionate. No yelling or anything, just a lot of back and forth.
Okay.
I asked him whether his choice would change if he knew his kid pressed blue and was in the minority. And he said something to the effect of, sucks, but they should have picked red.
Jesus.
The table
You can tell they don't have kids. Anyways, go ahead.
The table went quiet for a few seconds, and his girlfriend Clara said, "Do you really think that?" She sounded pretty shocked. It got awkward, so we wrapped that conversation up right after and moved on. A few days later, Clara texted saying that she'd broken up with Kevin. She'd been bothered about how easily Kevin had disregarded his kid. It wasn't a hypothetical kid. And when she asked him about it again when they'd gotten home, he'd apparently doubled down. She said it made her realize that she didn't want to be with someone who would react like that to a loved one in danger. Kevin was distant and short over text with me for a few days when I reached out to check on him, but I woke up yesterday to a bunch of really angry texts from him. He said I'd made him out to be heartless and unempathetic when I was arguing with him at dinner, and that he and Clara wouldn't have broken up if not for me. I was pretty hurt. This friend group has been together since high school, and I've never wished anything less than the best for all of them. I asked our other friends if they thought I should apologize, and they said it wasn't my fault, but also suggested that maybe I should have just accepted the difference in opinion and moved on instead of pushing it. It's been about a week, and the friend group is still quiet and awkward. I don't think I'm the asshole for bringing a thought experiment up at dinner, but I also can acknowledge that I might have gone overboard in trying to prove a point and not letting up. I feel guilty about potentially having been the one to drive a wedge between Kevin and Clara, and our other friends seem to think that this could have all been easily avoided. Am I the asshole for causing my friend's breakup with the red button, blue button thought experiment?
Well, you're not the one that exposed his kind of true, not nature, but his true kind of side. Because no matter how heated that argument gets, you should never. Now, one question I did want to ask before we get too deep into it is that it sounds like this is a stepfather. And not,
I don't think so.
Not a father,
No.
like not a biological father.
No, there's no indication that he's a stepfather.
I could understand
that's his kid.
Yeah, I could understand this thought process and that's why I made the comment, by somebody that doesn't have kids, because it's easy to say that.
Yeah.
With a hypothetical child.
Just like everybody's the perfect parent until they have kids.
Just because you don't have that bond yet, right? You don't have that love connection. So I could see saying that and just like kind of letting it go. You know what I mean? Because like you don't know. It's like, we're not going to go down that.
Like when people just say shit. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if it is a biological father, the biological father, that's pretty fucked. That's wild to say. Now, if you were saying it in like a joking, but I feel like the wife wouldn't have taken it so seriously.
It was his girlfriend.
Her girlfriend. You sure it was biological? Okay.
It doesn't specify.
Yeah,
but
right.
like, I mean, they're not married, so why would he still be in contact with a kid that's not his?
Yeah, I suppose.
It's his kid.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oof. Yeah, I mean, it's not your fault. It's a legit conversation. It could be a great conversation. I love conversations like that, but it's ultimately not OP's fault for the fucked up view that you have. Because like you're just gonna say that about your own child, your own blood. That's dark. That's fucked up. So I wouldn't say that they're the asshole at all. I would absolutely say that the friend is the asshole for Kevin, for saying that about his child. Because that really, I don't know how heated this conversation got, but there's really no level of heated that you can get to where you're just like, you know what?
I'm gonna throw my kids under the bus.
Yeah, exactly. Like, just fuck that kid. You know what I mean? Like in a literal way. Like that's like, I don't give a fuck about that kid.
Right.
That's insane.
Yeah, I think it's also the fact that he doubled down on it later when they weren't even in the heated argument anymore. I think that's why.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I would definitely say OP is not the asshole for this one. What's the question verbatim again?
Am I the asshole for causing my friend's breakup with the red button, blue button thought experiment?
I would argue that OP didn't break them up. He just asked a question. So just because I raise a question and you have a fucked up view and then your significant other looks at you sideways, that's not my fault for raising that question. It's your fault for having that fucked up view.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
So, no, OP's not the asshole in my opinion.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts?
I agreed. I didn't think that OP was the asshole either. I too like the, hypothetical conversations and things like that. Just things that are more thought-provoking and stuff like that. So I don't have a problem with posing that question like at dinner with friends, or obviously if you're in the right setting.
Right.
Clearly this wasn't.
Well, they've been friends since high school, so you would think this would be a safe setting.
I mean, I think that's why they did it.
Yeah.
I think in any other circumstance, obviously it was fine up until that point. And even then it wasn't OP's fault. It was Kevin that made it awkward. So...
And Kevin's just taking out on the world.
Yeah.
You're the one with the fucked up view, man.
Yeah, I think maybe Kevin just said something fucked up in the heat of the moment. Maybe realized that it was fucked up and thought, oh, better just double down instead of acknowledging that I fucked up. And now he's mad that people don't like that. So.
Well, it's better for the girlfriend to find out before she becomes a wife.
That's what I was going to say, too. I think you actually kind of helped do her a favor, if anything.
Yeah.
Because I would want to know that definitely before going into a relationship with somebody, especially if they already have a kid and they have that view towards the kid that they already have, then I'd be like, fuck that.
If you can talk like that about your blood, that's a red flag.
Yeah, because it's one thing, like me and you is one thing, like obviously our relationship could go wherever, but like that is your kid forever.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah,
come on.
100%. That's insane. Another thing too is like I could see like at this dinner, right, the group of friends or whatever, and they get into like a heated argument or whatever. Like what's the one with the you're gonna tell me? The fuck is that one?
The Wizard of Oz one.
Yeah, that one where it gets super heated or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know why that just popped in my head, but I just imagine that this dinner went that way. But I could just see what Kevin just saying something just kind of fucked up like that, just as like a reaction, just like frustrated with the conversation or, you know, argument or whatever, right? But doubling down is what makes it significantly worse.
I agree. I think,
you not only said it, but then you agreed.
I think that's really where you dug your own grave, Kevin.
Oh, God.
You shouldn't have done that. So the comments for this were pretty interesting to read through. There was a lot of debate around the hypothetical question posed to the group. A lot of people were like, why wouldn't everyone just pick red? Then everyone survives. But then other people were like, the assumption in the question is that everyone else dies though. So that's why it stirs so much conversation. And like people were literally arguing, like I had to read down for a while through some threads, like comment threads, because people were going in on this. And I was like,
that's not to the story. That's not even the question.
Yeah, I was like, let's get back to the story.
That's not even OP's question.
So a few that I did find that related to the question. So the first one said, everyone sucks here. Those highly hypothetical discussions often cause rifts while there is no point to make. But it wasn't your fault that Kevin let slip how fragile his love for his own kid is. And it's his own fault that his girlfriend considered it a red flag. If they had had a stable relationship, it would have been no issue. Which I don't think it's the stability of the relationship. I think it's her realizing.
I wonder if the commenter meant like if they had the relationship where like she knew that like he was kidding.
Yeah,
maybe that's what he meant. Because then that makes sense to me. Because like if I say something, because I say some off the wall shit.
Oh yeah,
right. And then if I say it, you know I'm kidding.
Yeah, the
rest of the world may not.
Exactly.
Which I don't care, but you know, right?
Yeah.
So like that may be what the commenter said.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
That could be, I guess, in that.
You know what I mean?
In that manner.
But
yeah,
like,
that does make sense.
It sounds like she thought that he was dead serious, and it sounds like he is dead serious. Because like, if you make a fucked up joke, that's one thing. But then if you double down on it, that's no longer a joke.
Yeah, I feel like if somebody gives you an opportunity, if they're like, so did you really think that? And you're like, yeah. Then I mean,
that was an aggressive,
like
that's okay, all right,
yeah.
Yep. You got two more?
So yes, the next one said, I never heard of that thought experiment, but it's very stupid because the dilemma is easily solvable. There's psychopaths, evil people, there's then self-preservation instinct and the unwillingness to take risks. Less risky option personally is choosing red. If everyone does it, everyone gets saved. It's safest option both personally and for everyone to take. If you hit red, you're 100% guaranteed to be saved, and it's the same for everyone. Well, except the colorblind. Joking. This said, not your fault. They were willing to break up because of it. They would break up on their own anyways when any real life dilemma appears.
That was a long walk.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It was tough trying to find
everybody was
They were
obsessed with this
experiment.
They were,
yes.
I do agree with the first part though, because I've never heard of this.
I never heard of it either.
I've heard of the Matrix thing, the red pill and the blue pill. I think it's red pill.
I've heard of that for different scenarios, like where it'll be like different things posed, you know, like in a Facebook picture,
Okay.
where it's like if you pick like the red pill, then you get like $1 million a year, and if you pick the blue pill, then you
Okay.
never have to pay bills again.
Oh,
or you know, like
you're talking about the meme.
Yeah, like
Okay,
I've
got
seen it like that, not like
the actual Matrix. It's been a while since I saw the first one, but the actual thing is the red pill. You stay in like the dreamland. Essentially, you stay in the Matrix, and you just stay unaware of the real world. So you keep your regular life, your regular friends, all that stuff, and you just remain in the dream world, essentially.
Okay.
Right? What is it? Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
Essentially is what that is.
Okay.
Right? And then I think the blue pill is the one where you actually wake up, and you actually wake up in the real world.
Isn't it?
It might be. Yeah, it's one of them.
I'm trying to think of how it relates to the Manosphere. I don't know.
But yeah.
Yeah. Like, how would they use
so then
it?
the other one is that you wake up in the real world, even though it's shittier, right? But it's the real world. It's your real body. It's real life. So that's kind of where that comes from. I've never heard of this one where it's the
buttons.
The buttons. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I've heard of the one where like, what is it? You're presented with a button, and if you push it, then like somebody, like one person in the world will die or something like that. But if you don't push it, then you die or things like that.
Okay,
you know?
Yeah.
It's always like some kind of different scenario like that.
I would say, I think, not to get too off topic, but I think conversations like that are pretty interesting because it makes you think. Like, it's kind of like, would you rather? It actually is. Would you rather?
It is. Yeah.
It's just more complex than just a simple, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Usually it's like pretty, like that one right there. That's pretty fucked.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there are ones where like it's kind of fun when you get like a real thinker.
Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say. Is sometimes I like seeing how people's like brains kind of make sense of things. You know, where I'm like, can you just walk me through that?
Yeah.
Walk me through that train of thought, please. Explain it to me because I'm trying to understand.
Do you think that people talk out of their ass when they're approached with questions like this, or do you think it actually exposes their real nature?
I think it's 50-50.
I would agree.
I think it's definitely going to come down to the type of person they are, but I think that that's also kind of a way to expose the type of person you are, because either you're going to be honest outright, or you're going to say what you think is gonna like make you sound cool or make you sound smart, or you're gonna say what you think is the right thing to say. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I mean, obviously, there's no true way to know like what your real answer would be,
unless you're actually put in that scenario.
You know. But yeah, I think at the root of it, it definitely exposes who people
I
are.
would agree that it's 50-50 because I would compare that scenario to like Redditors. That's the proper term, because a lot of people are so quick to jump down people's throats and judge them and like all that kind of stuff. So I chalk it up to that's kind of similar, and in my mind, it's similar because when you're actually put in that scenario, that story, whatever it is, it's very easy to be like, oh fucking divorce, fuck this person, right? But when you're actually when you're actually in the 20-year relationship or whatever, you know, you would be the last one to be like, oh, I'm fucking done.
I mean, yeah, there's typically a lot more that needs to be considered that nobody else is going to consider because they're not in that situation.
Exactly. So I think it's the same with these scenarios where like it's very easy. And that's why I like how you said 50-50 because I would have said the same thing. Because I think a lot of people would just be like that knee-jerk reaction, like, oh, I'm hitting that button or I'm doing this.
I think it also depends on like how they're approached with it. If it's like in a friend group, then maybe they can feel comfortable to be more honest. Okay. But if like they're approached on the street and they got a camera in their face,
Jesus, then that's drastically different scenarios.
You know, they might either say something outlandish so they can get attention, or they might say the safe thing. Yeah. Or they might just be honest.
That's fair. Yeah.
But
that's fair.
That's what I was saying, is that at the end of the day, you're not really gonna know
I feel
what
like
the real answer is. But I think that like
that's fair.
Subconsciously,
if you're put on the spot like that with a camera in your face and like it's a stranger, then I could see like how you would
just say something, or maybe not even. It just
not
depends.
Be your normal self because you're not used to that. You know what I mean? So I can definitely appreciate that.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
I
crazy, though.
for sure probably wouldn't even want to respond to somebody if they approached me on the
I'd probably
street.
just walk away. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be like, I don't know how the fuck you're gonna cut this later. Get out of my face.
But I do like the concept of these conversations.
yeah,
Yeah.
you just need to have some decent people to have them
Exactly.
with.
Did you have a third comment?
I do.
Okay.
So the last one said they're quoting OP. He said I'd made him out to be heartless and unempathetic when I was arguing with him at dinner, and that he and Clara wouldn't have broken up if not for me. And then the comment is, if she had broken up with him with no additional conversation, then he might have a point. That isn't what happened, though. She asked him about it in private, and he doubled down on his position. Also, if he hadn't wanted to appear heartless and unempathetic, he could have simply answered differently when you brought up the hypothetical involving the kid. He was so unwilling to back down, though, that he didn't care if he came across as heartless and unempathetic. None of that is on you. Of course, you could go down the path of playing the blame game and saying if you had never posed the question in the first place, he wouldn't have answered and therefore they'd still be together. But that can be countered by saying if he hadn't gone to dinner, then he wouldn't have been there to get involved, so it's still his fault.
True.
And that kind of finger pointing is fruitless. So you're definitely not the asshole here.
Yeah, and also so now we need to tiptoe around the conversations we're gonna have so that we can save your relationship. Just don't be a piece of shit.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Let's start there.
Yeah.
Let's do some root cause analysis
Yeah.
here.
Well, I was gonna say that would almost make me like anytime you do have a new partner, I'd be like, we're gonna play the hypothetical game.
God. I mean, it's not a bad idea.
It might be a different question every time, but it's better. It's better for everyone to know who they're dating.
That raises the question, though, back to the conversation we just had, is that I wonder if that would change.
I don't know.
Because if your significant other poses that, you may just do that, especially like early on in a relationship. You may just do it to please the other person. Whereas if you're in a group of friends that you've been friends since high school, then you may just be like more comfortable and kind of let things fly a little more. So I think it's better for it to come out in a friend group because that's where you're gonna get the honest answer.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's wild.
I say, though, OP, you should definitely keep up the hypotheticals.
Absolutely, yeah.
They're good conversation.
Yeah. And you can start weeding out the psychos.
Yeah, I think so, too. I think you should do that forever. I'm going to start a list of hypotheticals that I'm going to use for all my conversations.
We should definitely, I mean, that could be a segment right there.
Oh, God.
That's pretty deep, though. That can get pretty deep. That's deeper than Would You Rather. That's a whole different level.
Maybe we should not. I don't know. But anyway, now it's time for our, what is this, the third?
Third, yep.
Am I the Asshole story?
So this story is titled, Am I the Asshole for Accidentally Outing the Gay Guy in My Gym? So I joined a new gym last month. The gym has all the extra facilities, pool, steam room, ice bath, etc. The steam room only runs 3 days a week, and men and women have separate rooms. You also have to inform the manager beforehand if you want to use the facilities. The other night, around 10 p.m., I finished my workout and asked the manager to let me access the steam area. He told me the steam room was already running and that 2 guys were inside. I don't really have an issue with nudity, and usually people in steam rooms just cover themselves with a towel. But when I went inside, I realized the 2 dudes were fully making out. And more than just making out. Use your imagination. I felt uncomfortable and decided to leave.
They didn't stop? Oh my God, okay.
As I exited, the manager asked me why I came out so early. Jokingly, I said, let those 2 have their moment. I'll take steam some other day. The next day at the gym, one of the 2 guys confronted me and said I had outed his sexuality and turned him into a laughingstock at the gym, because the guy is heavily into Manosphere / alpha male culture. And apparently his Alpha Squad, pretty cool name, Alpha Squad, has been making fun of him since then. He told me he now has to leave the gym, which is the best one in the area, because I blabbed it to the manager. The other guy, meanwhile, was pretty chill about it and even apologized for things getting out of hand in the steam room and for not realizing I had walked in. So, Reddit, am I the asshole for outing their sexuality at the gym?
No, I mean, you didn't know that they were closeted, or at least one of them was. I feel like if you're going to be in the closet, maybe be in the closet and not a steam room. Just saying.
I think the steam room is the closet right now.
Well, it seems like the closet's got a glass door right now, so I don't know. I would honestly, I'm not gonna, full transparency, I would be significantly more sympathetic if he wasn't involved in the Manosphere. Fuck you, dude. You got exactly what you got coming to you. This is exactly what you fucking deserve. I think all you bitches are closeted.
I think that community is very much against that too.
Because they're all closeted.
I mean, it could be.
They're all circle jerking behind the scenes.
What I just realized just now is how this isn't fucked up, but I found it interesting that I didn't pick up on the first time I read it. Is that the gym is pretty much empty at this time. It's 10 p.m. Probably a little bit later because I think he said he wrapped up his the other night around 10 p.m. I finished my workout, right? So it's a little after 10 p.m. Mm-hmm. Comes out of the steam room after this whole thing, right? And it's just the manager there. How does the whole gym find out?
That's what I'm saying. You didn't do it.
The manager.
Yeah.
So the manager outed you.
And that's not my business.
Technically.
Because I'm not his boss. He's not my employee. I actually don't work here. All I did was tell him what I saw. I didn't know that what I saw was some undercover shit.
Honestly, he didn't even say that. He didn't say anything.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah.
He technically didn't even say. He just says, let those two have their moment. I'll take steam some other day. So he didn't come out, he didn't rush out of the steam room yelling, there's two dudes fucking in there.
Right.
Right? Like,
he wasn't like, gay!
Yeah.
Like, it's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't say I don't know.
He didn't come out of the steam room hissing. There was nothing like that.
He didn't throw holy water on you.
Exactly. So now that I'm thinking about it, reading through it again, it sounds like the manager outed you, not OP.
I think so. I also think it's kind of funny too because that other dude probably knew that he was down low, and he probably knew what he was doing.
Oh, I don't know.
I just think it's funny because of all the shit that you're in. This is exactly what you get. I have no fucking sympathy for you at all.
Definitely. The other one doesn't seem to be part of the Alpha Squad.
Yeah, well, that's what he was saying, that the other guy. That's why I figured that the other guy probably is out. So that's probably why, because that's not uncommon at all.
In a steamer?
No, for guys that are DL to fucking go after gay guys because they're
sure.
they'll keep the secret or blah,
I'm sure,
blah.
Yeah.
But
and he probably would have, but.
I mean, yeah, but you're getting awfully bold doing this in public. And then this dude is probably just waiting for this shit to happen.
I think that they thought that the gym was empty because it was so late. It was 10 p.m., so they thought they were good. But
yeah, I mean, honestly, he probably thought that you're getting what you deserve too, because I'm sure he's heard you speak.
Yeah.
It's probably enough.
Yeah. So what's your verdict?
Not the asshole.
Okay, that was mine as well. Reddit's overall verdict was not the asshole.
Yeah.
The first comment was pretty sure he outed himself by getting it on with a dude in a place where he had no reasonable expectation of aloneness. Not the asshole.
Yes.
The next one was the macho man around the gym gets caught getting it on with a guy in the gym, LOL. Blames everyone but himself, LOL.
How
not
cliche,
the asshole.
Also. Yeah.
This one's my favorite. There's also an update at the end of this as well from OP. But this is my favorite comment that I found throughout all of them. This is like running into a vegan in the butcher shop and they get mad at you.
Yeah.
Not the asshole.
Pretty much.
I mean, that's exactly what that is.
Yeah. That's why I always think it's so funny when the people that have been the loudest about anti-gay, whatever, or anything like that, they get caught up in shit, because I'm always like, you were so loud. You're probably doing that shit.
And also, what's the point of that?
Because they're stupid.
So the update from OP is, I'm surprised to see this post blew up. I was not expecting it to get this kind of response. First of all, I want to thank all the folks saying I am not the asshole in this situation, especially people from the LGBTQ community. So the people saying this is a made-up story or not true, I rarely post on Reddit, and I honestly don't know what people get out of making up stories. I shared more details in the comments, but I'll post them here as well. It was pretty late at night, and the gym usually gets empty around 10:30 p.m., which is why they probably thought nobody would walk in there. The manager reprimanded both of them and didn't ban them only because they have been longtime members of the gym. I live in Delhi, India. Delhi is definitely more progressive than many other parts of the country, but it is still not a safe haven for LGBTQ people like parts of America or Europe. Homosexuality was a crime in India just 6 years ago, which is why I struggled so much with the outing part.
I mean,
Seems like a legit story.
Yeah, I can sympathize with the concern as far like socially and legally and stuff like that. However, you still didn't do anything wrong. You did not out them. You didn't go blab it to everybody around the gym. You didn't go tell the Alpha Squad. Like, you didn't do anything wrong. I mean, what were they expecting you to do? Like, fucking join in and then keep the secret with them? Whoa. I mean, I'm just saying, what?
Maybe. I don't know. I think this is more on the manager than anybody else.
Yeah.
I think they could have kept it quiet. It didn't have to be a thing. I'm still wondering how the whole gym found out because OP knows, obviously, right? But just walked away. So as long as OP told us everything in the story, that means OP didn't spread the, not rumor, but the event. And then the manager reprimanded them. So like, it's got to be the OP or the manager because the only people.
The manager probably told an employee, and then the employee probably told a friend,
like
and
wildfire.
then their friend was like, "Oh my God, this dude's gay," and then they went and told everyone.
Did you hear the Alpha Squad is gay? Real quick though, before we move on, this has come up a couple times, and I don't know why it keeps coming up. I don't understand it, but like casual conversations, if you have to call yourself an alpha male or like the man of the house or anything like that, if you have to say that, if you have to call yourself that, you're probably not it, my guy.
That's fair.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, let others around you decide that. You know, because if you have to call there was somebody, I can't say his name. Oh, I want to, fucking Jersey. But it was my last program, and he was like, "Oh, this guy's an alpha male. He's an alpha male like me." And I'm like, I didn't say anything. I just, walked by, ignoring him. But I was like, and that was the first thought that came to my head. I was like, if you have to label yourself an alpha male, you're probably not an alpha male.
I would have visibly cringed.
It's like the guy that was on Instagram with everybody was beefing with this guy. So I didn't do a deep dive or anything. I just went to his page, right? It was the Dr. Stevens or whatever on Instagram. I don't know, but everybody. The dude
that was in the comments with all the caps and everything.
Full caps. So
that was so fucking weird.
I responded to that guy, and I was like, dude, you respond in all caps like my grandmother.
Literally.
My 80-year-old grandmother. Like, you need to chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
And then he was talking about like being an alpha and all that stuff. All this.
He was like, "It's good to be an alpha male like me."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay, baby dick."
And like, I couldn't, for some reason, I couldn't make out his picture. So I was like, I'm gonna go to this fucker's profile real quick. He may get the notification. I don't give a shit. I did it for my personal. So then I think I commented as the personal too.
Okay.
But anyways, so I went to it, and the image got bigger, but it didn't change. It was this like older bald guy, super fucking blurry, and then in all caps. Apparently his fucking caps lock is stuck. I don't know. On his phone too, fucking nerd. But yeah, even his bio was alpha male, alpha something, doctor, something else, therapist. I don't know. It was something like that. And I was like,
"Gotcha.
This has to be." So I even said it in the comments too. You can go back and look at it. I was like, and this is why I blocked him. I was like, I'm pretty sure this is a 12-year-old kid.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure because everybody is just beefing with him, and he's not coming back with any kind of intelligent anything. And I'm like, this whole situation reads as like a child, but what's the bait thing? Is it a troll?
Yeah, like a rage bait or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that.
He's just trying to, you know what I mean? I was like, that's not what this channel is.
No.
So, but that's what that reminds me of.
Yeah. I totally
anybody that calls herself
about that guy.
Anybody that calls themselves an alpha male, I think of that 12-year-old. It's just, it's
How
not
embarrassing.
It's not, yeah. So then
Ugh.
to make it even worse, now it's the Alpha Squad.
Oof, man.
I bet they all visit
They're all alphas. They're all leaders of the pack.
I bet they're all leaders of the. That's not how a pack works.
No, but they all have to be leaders. Remember, as long as they all have value, then they can all be the leaders of the pack.
I bet they all visit the steam room once a week.
I don't know. Maybe.
I bet they do.
Bet that same guy's in there too.
Yep, probably. I would not doubt it.
I wonder if the guy that was so nonchalant about the whole thing, I wonder if he just ran through the fucking Alpha Squad.
Ooh.
I'm just saying.
Come tell us your secrets.
Anyways. All right, it's time for our last Am I the Asshole?
All right. The final story is titled, Am I the Asshole for Telling My Dad He Raised a Criminal After He Insulted My Kids?
Okay.
I, 36 female, grew up with my brother as the golden child. We were both extremely intelligent, and there was always this unspoken competition between us. The thing is, even though I often had more achievements, it was very clear my dad had a soft spot for him. My brother ended up using his intelligence in a very different way. He got involved in serious crime and became the brains behind it, even manufacturing weapons for criminals.
Oh,
Eventually, someone turned him in to save themselves, and my brother was arrested. My dad was devastated. He fell into a deep depression, and oddly enough, that's when he started getting closer to me. Meanwhile, I went to college, built a successful career that I'd rather not specify for privacy, married my high school boyfriend, and we now have 4 kids.
Oh, nice.
My husband and I made a very intentional decision about how to raise our kids. No prejudice and no strict gender roles. This comes from personal experiences. My husband lost an uncle who was gay and took his own life because of it, and we also lost a trans friend who did the same after feeling rejected by their parents. That left a huge impact on us, and we want our children to grow up knowing they will be loved no matter what. Here's where things went wrong. My 2 oldest kids, 10 and 12, spent a weekend at my parents' house.
Oh, no.
When I went to pick them up, they looked quiet, upset, and like they had been crying. I asked my mom what happened, and she got visibly nervous. Then my dad came in, already yelling. He said he had to do mine and my husband's job. My husband stepped in and asked what he meant. My husband said he saw our kids playing together with both toy cars and dolls, and that this would confuse them. He said things should be separated and that he gave them a proper scolding and punished them. At that point, my husband immediately took our kids to the car. I stayed and argued with my dad. It escalated quickly, and then he said, "It's not my fault you're raising gay kids." That's when I snapped and said, "And you raised a criminal." I went further and told him that if he thinks kids turn a certain way just because of how they're raised, then by his logic, my brother being a criminal would also be his fault. He went completely silent after that. My mom later told me I went too far and crossed a line. I left and haven't really processed everything yet. I feel like I also brought up my brother because in some way I still resent him. What's making this harder is that almost my entire family is against me now. They think I was cruel and disrespectful. On the other hand, my husband's family, who are still grieving his uncle, are completely on our side. His grandmother, his uncle's mother, even called me crying, saying she was proud of us for doing what she feels she couldn't do. She told me the feeling of helplessness after losing someone just for who they are is unbearable, and that she wishes she'd been stronger back then. So now I'm stuck between being told I went too far and being told I did the right thing by defending my kids. Am I the asshole for telling my dad he raised a criminal after he insulted my kids?
Absolutely not. I mean, this was completely justified. Like, you just match the energy, and I will always and forever be for that response. I am here to match your energy.
Yeah.
So you decide how we're gonna fucking act right now.
Yeah.
So that I want to start there. Also, I don't think it matters when it comes to your kids how many different opinions you get.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that should be a factor at all. I think you know what's right, right? I guess there are some scenarios that you could bring up that's maybe it could be either or. You know, some people just like to raise their kids differently, right? I get it. I respect it. But at the end of the day, it's your decision, right? So it shouldn't fucking matter. One thing I want to ask was the grandma that you said. Was that the dad's wife, the one that was at the house yelling, or was this a different person?
The one that called her crying.
Yeah, who is that
That's
again?
her. It sounds like her mother-in-law.
Okay, so she wasn't at the house. So why was she crying?
Or maybe grandmother-in-law. I guess they talked to them about it or something.
For a second, I thought you meant that was the wife of the.
No, it was her husband's grandmother. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
The mother of the uncle that killed
got
himself.
it. Okay,
yes.
got it. Yeah, definitely not the asshole. I think this guy, I mean, he got exactly what he deserved because, I mean, you started it. You threw the first punch.
Yeah.
And you didn't think about it because, I mean, that was the perfect response. The absolute perfect response.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if with that logic, you raised a fucking criminal. So sounds like a you fucking problem.
Yeah.
But also, I would have lost my shit. If like I walked in and you're yelling and then you said you punish them, what do you mean you fucking punish them?
Yeah.
'Cause I'm about to.
I mean, I'm sorry, but like if I go to pick up my kids and I can see that they've been crying, I'm already like.
Because who the fuck are you?
You have about 2 seconds to tell me what happened here before like my hands are around your neck. So I get what's going on.
I get the not to defend this behavior in any way, shape, or form, but I do understand the generational difference.
Yeah.
Right? I understand that generation was just raised differently.
I get
right?
that.
Where the gay was catching the gay.
Yeah.
Right? Kind of thing. But it's not that anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
And I think that no matter what, those aren't your kids.
Exactly. 100%.
So you can have your opinions and think what you want. That doesn't matter. At the end of the day, these are my children. They know what what we allow and everything, what's acceptable. They know how they've been raised. So
that's what I mean, though.
It's not your place to try and scold them and punish them or whatever. Like
that's what I mean, though, is that you can have that opinion and you can have that. That's perfectly fine. But you're not going to subject my children to any of that. So that leads me to this. You would never. So the mom and dad specifically. Well, I guess the dad specifically. She's just kind of grouped into it. They would never see the kids again.
Yeah.
Ever. And then the family that's siding with them, I would almost leave them in the dust too.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have time for this shit, right? I don't have time for you.
Yeah. Well, I'd be like, as far as I'm concerned, none of you are safe for my children to be alone with. So it's done.
I mean, yeah.
They're just, no.
I mean, I don't trust my kids with fucking.
Well, yeah, that too. But especially shit like that, I'd be like I absolutely don't trust what you're going to do now. No.
And not only the person that did the behavior, I guess. But anybody that supports it, is also just grouped into that.
Exactly.
And honestly, like, so it was the husband side that was taking their side.
Yes.
Right. And that's your new family.
Yep. Might as well just lean into the in-laws now.
Fuck the old family.
Yeah,
exactly.
Pretty much.
Like you can. What is it? What's that saying again? The blood of the womb.
Oh, I mean, they are family, but it's the blood of the coven is thicker than the water of the womb.
Yeah, there you go. Well, no, her family. She's not blood with the in-laws, obviously.
True.
So that's exactly what I would revert to. Is that right there?
Yeah,
is like that new family is definitely where you want to be.
I agree.
Yeah.
I had a few comments.
Okay.
I actually had more than 3 this time because there was some good ones.
Okay.
Also to make up for the last one.
No, because you only had 2?
No, because it was hard to find good ones relating to the story and not the hypothetical.
Okay.
So the first comment, they quoted OP saying, "My mom later told me I went too far and crossed a line." Oh, now mom suddenly finds her voice.
Ooh.
Where was that when her husband was punishing the grandkids for playing with toys and yelling his head off about them being gay? Not the asshole. Mom raised a criminal too. I wouldn't let the kids spend unsupervised time with your parents anymore.
You'll never see them again.
Yeah.
Fuck unsupervised. You will never see them again.
Yeah. Be like,
I agree. I like that one. We're not going to
associate.
No.
And then there was the first reply to that comment was, where people decide to engage is very telling. OP is better than her parents by far. So saying how it's interesting how the mom stepped up or to say something now after the fact.
Yeah.
And the second reply to that one was, for real, I'd tell mom that she needs to go back to doing what she does best. Nothing. She doesn't get to have an opinion now just because her master got told.
Ooh, goodness.
Ooh.
Yikes. And that's another thing. That's another thing too. It's very easy to do the right thing when it's not in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's exactly what the mom did.
Yeah.
Like she just waited till it was easy to do the right thing.
Exactly.
Like, oh, now you want to speak up.
Yep.
Turn.
And yeah. So this one, this last one said, not the asshole. Your dad apparently can give it and can't take it. Also, it's not his decision how you raise your kids. He can back the fuck off to the 60s with his homophobic horse shit. Also, do you really trust him to watch your kids after that? They mentioned someone else had made a good point and reiterate it by saying, talk to your kids and see if they want to see him again. Let them know you'll support whatever they want. And OP actually responded to that one saying, no, I don't trust him anymore after this. I really thought he was different with his grandkids, but I was wrong. And I won't be leaving my children alone with him again. I think what made everything hit even harder is that I'm still grieving the friend I mentioned in my post.
Yeah.
So that was the end of the comments.
Yeah,
but
that makes sense.
So definitely
second,
OP is not the asshole.
At all.
At
Absolutely. For a second, I was thinking maybe that's decent because then you're giving the power to the kids and you're taking away from any kind of bias.
Yeah.
Which I agreed with up until OP's response, which is valid because like you got to protect your kids. You know what I mean? What is it? 10 and 12 you said?
I think, those were the kids that were there, but I would definitely be like, I'm just not going to put you in the position where you feel like you have to choose. I agree with OP that you just remove them entirely. And not only, like I said, it's not just unsupervised. We will have either it'll be a completely severed connection where we just won't ever talk again, or it'll be completely digital. Yeah. Or it'll be like text or like video chat, but like this physical, this is done. Mm-hmm. We're fucking done. I agree. Well, that was our last Am I the Asshole story. Okay. So now it's time for our votes for the Asshole of the Week award. So who you voting for? Story 1 is Greedy Brother. Story 2 is Hypothetical Kevin. Story 3 is Inside the Manosphere. And story 4 is Sexist Homophobic Dad. What was the Hypothetical Kevin again? Hypothetical Kevin, that's the one that got broken up with after the blue button, red button. I like that. Oh God. I think probably Sexist Homophobic Dad is the biggest asshole. I think so. I think Inside the Manosphere was the funniest one because fuck that guy. That's fair. So I think the Greedy Brother is up there, but I don't think it hits harder than Story 4, the Sexist Homophobic Dad. Yeah, I don't think you can top that as definitely. Asshole. So I would agree with Story 4. Yeah. So tell us what you guys think. Yeah, there you go. Let us know what your vote is in the comments. The winner will be announced in the comments of this video when next week's episode is released on June 5th so that everyone has 1 week to get their votes in. Before we wrap up, we want to let everybody know we want to hear from you, whether you agree, disagree, have some topic requests, or maybe have your own Am I the Asshole story. We want to hear about it, so feel free to drop a comment, send us a direct message, or email us. All of our links and information is available at our website, which is therantingpodcast.com. Anything you want to add before we wrap up? I don't think so. Did you like this one? Yeah, it was fun. I guess if you guys have any stories, or you just said it, but you can always submit them to our email or the website. Yeah, please do. And then let us know if you want to remain anonymous, or if you want us to say your name or whatever, you know? Yeah, that's just probably going to be easier than if you throw a story into the DMs, because sometimes I don't check those. So yeah, and especially like comments. Or I don't get to them right away. So yeah. And don't do a comment either, because like comments tend to get away from us because there's so many on so many different platforms. Yeah. So please use the email if you have a story that you want us to read. For sure. Yeah. Yes. And definitely come share them. We want to hear them all. Absolutely. All right. That's it for us. If you like the show, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see everyone next week. Yeah. Okay. Bye. Okay. Bye.